Right, hello everyone, welcome. I just had a bit of hell, to be honest, trying to figure out the naming of the series. It's kind of hell, to be honest. We skipped a day. No, we repeated a day on Twitch, right? So we had part 19, and then we had part 19 again, where the title didn't update on a subsequent day. Oh, it looks like apparently that we're dropping frames here. Oh, there we go, it seems to fix itself. So we had part 19 and then part 19 again, and then on the duplicate of part 19 that it repeated its we had a part 2. So there were triple part 19s. It's just a mess, basically. So then I have to shift everything off over to the right, but all these double parts are a pain in the ass. I think I've got it figured out. I think. But it's a bit horrible, really. Smithy says, I'm here for potatoes and breakfast, and I'm all out of first breakfast. Okay, that's good, dude. Well, we'll see what we can do. Now, I have just tried, guys, to sneak in a dragon stand, and it doesn't seem to have paid off. So let's have a look. I'll show you. I did see a member of the Spud community was here a second ago, so I'm pretty sure a dragon stand has recently just happened. But I've looked on both EU and NA, and neither regions have a dragon stand LFG rolling right now. Bit of a shame. It's kind of sad to be able to have that insight and to have that knowledge, but there you have it. That's the truth. So we are going to ignore that, and we're going to do the coin collection in 3 minutes instead, and we're going to start off on Azaric, who's ready to grab some. Let's get some audio rolling as well, since this is muted. And let's turn on... I know you guys should just be able to hear that. Your mic is very low compared to background ambient. My mic, it shouldn't be any different value to normal. That's a useless comment to me. What's a useful comment is if my mic is a different volume to other streams. That's what I care about, because I think that the volume is okay otherwise. Generally, this is what we've been sitting with. It's not hard to hear you. No, it isn't. Okay, all right, yeah. So I'm gonna leave it. All right. Enjoy your relaxing WP stream in between studying, but don't get carried away, Ratchet. You'll get in trouble. Yeah, what? People studying, people doing responsibilities while watching the stream. So check it out, guys. We have started to get some of our items in, but only 3 in a 24-hour period. I don't know. Seems like a bit of a challenge to me. Seems like this might be a bit of a slow burner. So we'll see. Oh, it was on the overlay screen, not in-game. Ah, okay. Maybe you've got a good point there. Because this Necromancer page is pretty loud, right? So I'll turn that down a little bit. You might be right, though. Those are a little bit loud. There you go. I'll turn it down. You could be right. Done. So, yeah, we've got 3 of these. And I'll unlock them when we get onto the list in a minute. I did some racing off stream yesterday. So that was a bit of master... what else did I do? I did a set of fractals again. Someone wants to join my party. Well, there's no need for that. I guess I'll squad up. See, Azaric's default is green. Why is Azaric's default a green tag, while everyone else's default is pink kitty tag? Morning, Tulip. I hope you're all doing good. 1.5 minutes. And there was something else I did. I can't remember. I basically just made some progress on Oh, yeah, I did a dragon stand yesterday as well. I actually did do a pre-reset dragon stand. It didn't really give me that much ore, though. Because I have 0 airship parts, and because I have 0 ley line crystals, I can't buy many, Oh, we just said, oh, a Jules donated $6. Thank you, Jules. That's lovely. Here, so I got 59, right? Which, you know, it's a fifth of a stack. So 5 days we get a stack. That's the mini. Another 5 days we get another stack. That's the tonic. Another 5 days we can start working on Guildhall stuff, for example, right? Like we're talking half a month already just to begin the Guildhall stuff. But you know, it's there. I don't know. The thing is, though. We just don't... I can't get many machetes. I can't open every single Dragon Stand pod because I don't have those other currencies, so I can't buy a bunch. What's going on? I don't want to be in a party. I want to be in a squad. So I can't buy that extra stuff. So what I think I'll do is even more Tangled Depths and even more of the airship, sorry, the Verdant Brink Knight metas. If I do those, I can pick up more machetes and thus get more ore each Dragon Stand. Now, this is a thing you guys will know a little bit better about than me at this point, because I've just so irregularly done it. And some of you legendary grinders will know. What is the average yield of a really full machete sweep of Dragon Stand? What can you guys expect to get per Dragon Stand? Let's say you have more than enough currencies to just straight up buy all the excess machetes you need, plus the machetes that you get, obviously, from completing the content itself. What would you consider a high amount of crystalline? So 100, so I could get about double. See, the 50 or so that I've got here, I actually feel like I got quite lucky with, because I got a roll of 10 when I opened at least one of the pods. 100 to 150. Now, 150 is not bad. 150 per Dragon Stand, that's pretty good. That means in just 2 Dragon Stands, we can have a mini, and in just like 3 Dragon Stands, if we're really lucky, we can actually have both. No, in like 4 or 5. It's pretty good. 100 plus sounds about right, confirms Tulip. All right, well, you never know. We'll see. But, you know, that's just such a big thing. The main thing I want to focus on is the tonic from that map and the mini from that map. Since, you know, we've got the tonic and the mini from every other map. Dry Top, all the way up through the Heart of Thorns maps. We've got all of those. And then once we've got the Dragon Stand tonic and mini, we'll just keep going along. There's a tonic and a mini for every Living World Season 3 map too. At least one. They were combat tonics, of course. And I already have all the combat tonics, so that's nice. That's a huge bit. But there's lots of minis from those hearts, you know. And we can look at those. The only map I'm not sure about is Bloodstone Fen, to be honest with you. Because Bloodstone Fen never had hearts, and therefore didn't have the minis and stuff in the Karma sinks. So I'm not sure what we need from there. We are on EU today, I'm pretty sure. Because I was on NA, and I looked for a Dragon Stand just a moment ago. And then I saw that there wasn't one, so I swapped to EU. So I'm pretty sure we're EU today. So you guys can come along. Hey, WP, do you already have the necessary Shimmering and Tenebrous crystals to craft the weapons? I actually have a stack of each, and I've been led to believe that a stack of each is enough. A stack of Shimmering, a stack of Tenebrous. I have that because Spud spent a long time in all the halls, to be honest. Spud's been really cool, actually, in swapping through the various halls and, you know, getting a real sampling of the various stuff available. And we're actually looking at another hall switch. I don't think too soon, but sometime in the not so distant future. Yeah, the main problem actually with the with that stuff is just the commendations to spend on the treks. What I really, really, really deeply want is 9 individuals who are interested in getting the PvP and the World versus World, but that one's easy. The PvP mostly guild mission done each week. What the idea would be is if we can get 9 spuds, 9 people, and it's not much, it's just a raid team, to actually just form 2 separate guild teams, we can matchmake in against one another and guaranteed proc that every week. And we can get that. But we need 9 people, and I think the maximum number of people I can probably get for it each Tuesday morning. We do guild missions on Tuesday mornings. This week, obviously, it's not going to be Tuesday morning because Raid is coming out, and as I said, we're not going to have a potatoes bread for breakfast on that one Tuesday morning because the Raid stream will be later that evening, and I'm going to be sleeping in more than anything else. It's not that I don't want to put the time in. I would happily do, you know, a potatoes for breakfast and then an 18-hour stream and then another potatoes for breakfast straight away. But it's a problem with the sleep. if I wake up super early for potatoes for breakfast, I'm probably not going to be able to stay up that late once the raid comes out. Because potato for breakfast would be 9 in the morning. The raid would start at 5 in the evening in theory. And then, you know, I already would have been up for X amount of hours. So, you know, 9, 8 hours. So, or maybe even 10. It depends how early I'd want to get up. So we'll miss out on that one, and that would be the normal guild mission one. So guild missions will probably be on Wednesday, or if Wednesday ends up missing out because of the raid, we'll just have to figure out the spacing and the timing for all this stuff. Do I have the back piece from Bloodstone Fen? Yeah, I do. Whoa, hold on. Yeah, I have that. It looks kind of like a hedgehoggy kind of... Yeah, that's fine. And I have all the trinkets and stuff. I've got the backpack from that map, definitely. What else is on that map? Because that's like the oddball. That's before they found their feet and their rhythm, you know. Might just ask the boss if you can work from home, but if he says no, you'll just be dead from work. Oh, God. You just be in a zombie state. What sort of criteria is that all about? I have to ask permission. Because when I used to work in IT in a big tech company, it was pretty much just the case that anyone could be... I mean, this was a huge company, right? A bit faceless and a bit corporate, to be honest. And I didn't really like it. I didn't gel with it at all. It felt very off and strange to me. But anyone could, if you had a duty, you know, you just work with whoever, and if that meant you were at home, then you were at home. If you wanted to be in the actual office, then you could be in the actual office. It was just kind of, you know, freedom. So I wonder, in what scenario is that an adaptable thing? Is that a sort of an in and out kind of thing? I guess where there's a very deep need to communicate with people around you on a quite a sincere level. Because there's always conference calling, and there's always, you know, there are methods of communicating even remotely. It's a startup you work at. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. I guess there's that whole thing of fostering a community culture, and I think workplaces across the world are like trying to find the best balance for them, you know, in terms of having their employees at home or having their employees at you know, on site. As far as you know, tech companies are concerned, information-oriented companies. Okay, I'll just keep grabbing these, I guess, for now. I don't know. Got 30 already. Can get a bunch from in here. We're doing pretty good getting behind these gates. This Meta Event Rush has been so good, genuinely, for this stuff. So, by the way, I have been collecting my bonus chests. Not all of them on stream, but Liz does have the bonus supply chest mini tonic thing. Mini tonic, what am I talking about? Well, I guess it is a mini tonic. It's a small tonic. But, yeah, so Liz does have that. And I'll show that to you guys in just a moment. So let's come up here. You know, every single time I mentioned on a recent stream, I pointed out I was pointing out how one of the ways I judge the quality of Let's Play commentary and you know, stream commentary and stuff. And I pointed out a very standard technique people use, which is if they run out of things to say for a second, they'll comment on something completely impossibly boring and with absolutely no substance. They'll just articulate something that's happening in that moment out loud, right? And I said, you know, you can tell when it's low quality commentary because it's basically entirely that. And I said, but everyone does it, even me. And I moved on. I said, everyone does it, even me. And now, every single time in the stream since then, I've been doing this casino event. And I've gone, okay, so let's go over here. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's go do this coin. Every single time, I've been like, ugh, why did I say that? Every time. I'm wondering if someone's noticed. Because I've called attention to it now. And now I've made it even worse. But you guys have to understand my headspace here. As much as I might try to resist, in the morning, my brain just moves too slow. just need to get comfortable with silence, I guess. That's the thing. Your contribution of 42. Look at that. 42? That's a goddamn good round right there. That is one hell of a casino round. I'd love it if some were up in the ceiling up here as well. This would be so nice. There's a freaking sky scale here just culled out. I'll tell you what looks really good now. Alright, and ArenaNet should be so proud of their game and the way that things look, right? For as much as, you know, mounts invalidate movement and break the flow and the feel of what the game is and, you know, all these issues. It is so cool to see what the game looks like now in like a Dragon Stand. You guys should look very closely once a Dragon Stand meta finishes, okay, after the mouth has just died. And people are moving to that chest, alright? You get people gliding on updrafts, you get people rapturing from platforms to other ones, you get people griffining over to the area, and now you got people on sky scales as well. And people soar so high in the air on their sky scales, it's unbelievable. They're like way up there. And you know the kind of sense you always have had from the meta where you see the wyverns flying around in the sky? You now get player-mounted wyverns, you know, dragons, sky scales, flying around up there as well, like filling the horizon. It's brilliant. I had a really cool moment yesterday when I did that Dragon Stand where I just looked and it was... I had all these different people doing all these different things all at once. It was all captured on screen right there. And even in the far distance, you could see like sky scales moving from the chest area to like where you captured the tiger and stuff. It just looks so good. And there was a little bit of depth blur on there. Extremely cinematic. The kind of thing that, you know, you could only dream of for an MMO when you're a little kid and first learning about the genre and thinking about the possibilities. It is that true fantasy of like, look at all these different players and they all have their own story. That's such an important thing in an MMO. I've been thinking about MMO design a lot lately, a lot. And do you remember I was saying on a previous stream about like how cool the value of doing like a side-scrolling MMO and like what it offers versus what it doesn't? Anyway, one thing I was thinking about, right, is what's important with an MMO is to look populated, okay? But why does Guild Wars 2 feel like just playing alone together, right? Why is this experience I'm currently under right now with all the nameplates flying about, why is this not necessarily a valuable experience beyond the quite shallow perk of feeling like the game is populated, right? Which is good, obviously, for the game in general. But on an individual player you know, level, it's not something I'm necessarily relishing too much. So why does this feel a bit valueless? Why the playing alone together? Well, obviously it's the mechanics and it's the avenues we have to interact with one another. But one thing that I really think is true is each nameplate, each person you see here should feel unique and should feel like they're on a story and that they have a real identity. Because the truth is, an MMO is no different to a single-player RPG in terms of tons of nameplates. A single-player game could do that, right? A single-player can make you feel like you're one Marine and a platoon of many. It can make you feel like you're one gladiator in an army. It can make you feel like, you know, you're swarmed by allies. That's not what an MMO... The MMO adds an extra value there, right? An extra tick of authenticity and excitement, and that's knowing that they're real people. Now, what's exciting about them being real people, I think it's that, you know, they've got their own ambitions, and they're more layered, and they're more deep than an NPC could ever hope to be. So you feel like you're a part of something more real. You feel like there's something more tangible going on in the world. So what's important is not just have players swarming around all over the place, and also players that you can interact with, but at first glance, they should tell a story, right? I think that's really the key part of it. And so traditionally in MMOs, I think the main way that they've accomplished this, and it's been exciting, is like through the gear that people are wearing. Like when I think about, everyone has their first MMO, okay, and their first truly excited, whoa, this is amazing, they're really nostalgic about MMO. For me, it's RuneScape. And when I think about the first days I was excited about RuneScape, and the fact it was MMO, and it was really dawning me that these were real people, I remember running along the roads in that game and seeing other people running along the roads too. And they were all going in specific directions, doing specific things. And they all looked in a certain way. And I think about what was so exciting and captivating about that It's that they had their own, like, identities. Just the sheer fact that they were running along this road in a different direction to me, in an environment I knew nothing about, excited me, because it was like, oh, that guy's got a goal. He's got a task. Maybe he's a smith. Maybe he's a hunter. Maybe he's, you know, a PvP player. I don't know what he does. Maybe he's going fishing. Maybe he's forging runes. You don't really know much about the game, and particularly in those earlier moments, right? But you know that this person's going along this road and he has a purpose and he has a meaning that makes the world feel alive. But not just that, knowing that he has ambition, and that's a huge step above an NPC. But knowing that we missed a coin up here, but knowing that he's got all this gear that also represents his prior ambition and things he's done in the past. And so when I look at Guild Wars 2 and why I think there's certain things about it just don't click. What ambition can I derive from any of the... And now I know that they're cold. Even if they weren't cold, even if I accepted the low frame rate, I'd just see other people on skimmers like me, standing like me, waiting for this event like me. And they're all going to invisibly waypoint off later. And none of those immersive qualities are going to be drawn out of the fact that this is an MMO here. So it's kind of dawned on me that it's not just about interaction between me and these people, like explicit dueling or inspection or loot contention and stuff like that. It's actually a lot more than that. But, I will say, to Dragonstan's credit, that vista that I'm talking about yesterday, where I saw all those people, it kind of tapped into that a little bit, because they had all selected different mounts, right? And they were at different... They were basically all going to the same place, so it's not that good, right? But they all had different mounts. They all had methods of transportation. And that's probably because some of us didn't have Sky Scales. Some of us did. Some of us didn't have Griffin. Some of us didn't even have Path of Fire, I'm sure. And we were Heart of Thorns only, and we were choosing to glide. So you kind of... The game tapped into that just a little bit. Just a little bit. Guild Wars captured some of that true MMO essence. And it was nice. It was really nice. Okay, so there you go anyway. That's today's TED Talk. Disagree if you will. In fact, I'd be interested to see people disagreeing in chat. I want to see what you guys think might be flawed with what I'm saying there. But I think slowly but surely I'm identifying a few things. Alright, so there you go. Bonus boxes. That's Amnoon. We got our amalgamated. The Blitz thing is cleaning up. Question is, how many coins do we have now? 187. So I have to do another day. We are 13 shy of a purchase, unfortunately. 13. But what are you going to do? All right, so let's go over to Merlin and Griffin over. I noticed a couple of dings there while I was talking. Jeez. While I was talking, and I'm going to just point them out. So, Jerry, thanks so much for the sub. Jerry on 46. Jerry, how are you feeling, man? Jesus Christ. It doesn't feel like long ago you were on like 20. Does it? Oh, like 32, I remember quite clearly. 46. Alleles, another, also extremely impressive, 32. Finally awake in time for some breakfast taters. It's good to see you. The Joker as well, with Prime, begins his journey. Thanks so much, the Joker. What's going on? We're getting a lot of subs here today. Yammers49, I saw you start streaming again, and I love your new streaming time, love heart. Thank you, Yammers. And then a Jules, who tipped earlier, actually asked a question. Said, I introduced some friends from work to Guild Wars 2, and I'd fallen back in love with the game. Playing Fractals with them has been a fun challenge, but they're starting to want to get more serious with their builds. What's your Elementalist Healer build? I can totally show you that. Let me just do this race quickly, and then I will show you that. You donated $6, so I'll give you the full Monty here. Let's delay that as much as possible. Okay, my technique today... I hope we get the top of this. We did get the top of this. And that one. Okay, my technique today... We have to fly. If we hit the top of that, we're fucked. Okay, my technique today is to go right to the wall. Oh, I messed it up. I went greedy. I think the best way for us to save more time on this... I might have gone a bit too slow there. But that was a good delay there. But my technique... Oh, and I can't bond off vigor anymore. So that might not be too good. We cut on the left a bit better. Alright. Lift. 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 Because we cannot hit the top of that. That's good. Straight line, straight line, straight line. Come on, get in it. No! That would have been such a good finish. That would have been so good. Wouldn't that have been really good? It's alright, we're getting there. Hold on. That would have been genuinely fantastic. I basically want to be over the edge by the time I'm hitting play on that. Hit the top? I don't think I'm going to hit the top on that, so I'm just going to descend just a little bit. And then again. I hit the roof. I hit the roof. There's a weird thing. It feels like my wingspan does actually... This is not a mechanic, but it feels like... Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, okay, well, it's fine. Look, that's good, because we're getting greedy enough that we're finding the other side of the hitbox, right? Which is important. Let's reset that. That's a bad opening. That's a bad opening. Hold on, hold on, hold on. That's a bad opening. It's not as good as the one earlier, so... we're pretty low. No, we're not pretty low. This is good. Okay, straight across this. And this. We have to dip down just a little bit. There, we've lost speed, haven't we? Maybe we haven't lost speed. Ah, damn, damn, damn. I'm trying really hard to delay as much as possible on that. That one wasn't as good. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We're just going to get the start. It's such a simple course, right? That's good. All right. We're going to get that? Probably not. We have to flap a lot here. Like a lot. Okay, that's fine. Alright, I'm just gonna do this like this. And then Bond. It was slow at the end. It wasn't very good. It was slow at the end. But, yeah. I don't think we beat 25080. Oh, that was our best ever. That was our best ever. We're now 141st lifetime. But we're still a whole second behind this dude. How are we a whole second behind this guy? I don't get it. Why isn't Sean on the list today? This is crazy. How do you get a whole second in addition? Maybe there's some other technique that I just don't know about. Yeah, I don't know. Hi WP, I emailed you asking you to join, and because I didn't tell what server I was, you invite to NA Guild and I'm in EU. Okay, just send me another mail and say, hi, I'm X account name. Can you kick me from this guild and I'll send you to the other branch. But yeah, this is going to sound a bit off, but I've gone through hundreds of invites, and it tends to be the EU people follow the instructions quite well and tend to say what region they're on, and North American people always forget. So if you send me... if somebody tried to join the guild and they didn't say their region, I used to pretty much just tell them, look, you got to try again. What is it? But that takes so long because people are so... I'm slow to respond, and then they'll be slow, and it's indefinite and stuff. So, and I have to just leave the mail sitting there for ages. So, because it nearly always is North American people that are not following the instructions, I invite people who don't follow the instructions to NA. So that's what I did in your case. Turns out you're EU this time, and so you've been screwed, and now you're upset. But there you have it. So just follow the instructions, and we all get there happily, don't we? But yeah, I'll kick you and swap you. But yeah, and I know that, yeah, that's very EU v NA, but that's not like a tongue-in-cheek, stupid, like, totally cringeworthy, I'm a funny Twitch memer bullshit. That's just a sincere anecdote that I seem to have realized. Okay, so here's what I'm running in Fractals at the moment. I could run... Okay, so it all depends on the caliber of people you play with, alright? If they're really good, you don't need a build like this. This is like overkill. And in truth, if I ran a DPS Tempest, I think things would go a lot smoother, probably. But I haven't made that jump yet. I'm still not. I've got to remember how a lot of the fractals work, and I've got to remember mechanics. So like yesterday, I was doing Chaos 100 CM, and I missed a one of those bombs that attaches on your head, and you're supposed to go to the black bubble. I missed it. We didn't wipe or anything, but I didn't rebound it. I was completely oblivious to it. So, you know, when you're still missing a mechanic every now and then, I don't know. If I was playing DPS, it would be a whole lot worse. But basically, this is just a build I've talked about many times. This is really, the worse the players are that you're with, the better this build becomes. To me, this is actually the ultimate fractal carry. It's the best support you can have. Because not only does it heal a lot, not only does it boon splash a lot, not only does it combo with a chrono very well because it bounces all the chrono boons, and the chrono boons are the boons you don't offer. Not only does it have all of that, but it has auras too. So it's high reflect uptime. It's got good stability uptime on it as well. It's got good field access and might. It will top up a shit ton of might. You can alone be the 25 might guy for extended periods, not permanently, but you can do that. You can pre-buff people to that and stuff. So it's very, very, very strong. DPS Tempest variant actually has a lot of those perks as well. But yeah, this is what I run. So, you know, it's just, you can pause. I'm not going to go into a massive aura discussion. And then for gear, it's kind of a scaling thing. You could go like pure minstrel as long as you don't overcap on boon duration with your potions and stuff. It depends where you are in your potion progression. I've had an infinite potion for years now, so you can go zealots. Zealots is a nice like middle ground where you start adding a bit of damage in there, but there's still a lot of healing. Right now I'm actually on a 50% zealot, 50% minstrel set that I don't actually necessarily agree with. But I'm doing it because I didn't have my agony resist set up, so I just threw these on one day, and it's kind of working okay. So this is minstrel stuff over here, and then these are zealots gear on the left-hand side and zealots weapons. The runes I'm running at the moment are radiance because it's amazing boon duration, and I'm also running concentration sigil and transference on the weapons, which is zealots too. And there you go. That's what I'm running, and I think it's a very strong build. If you play it right and the people you're with are semi-competent, you pretty much feel invulnerable. Especially again comboed with a chrono, and if a good chrono. And I've been playing with a really good chrono. He's got so much better at the game since I last played it with him. It's kind of insane, which has been years for what it's worth. But he's very, very, very good, and yeah, it's just shit like Sand Squall bouncing the boons is very good. And again, DPS Tempest can do that. In fact, I don't know for sure, but if you're playing a DPS Tempest, I'm guessing you'd pick up Lesser Sand Squall. So you get double bounces, which is kind of epic, honestly. Alright, anyway, so Liss, what I wanted to show you guys was I did get this down here. Check it out, the Endless, and thank you again for that donation of $6. That's really cool. And yeah, anyone else has got a big question like that, I'll try to answer. So Endless bonus box tonic, transform into a bonus box. Adds to the account wardrobe. So there you go. And let's go. You know what? I just looked at chat for the briefest of moments, and you guys are still talking about the United States versus the EU. Look, I'm sure it's not a big deal. I'm sure it's just, you know, it's not that EU is better than NA. I hold no extra enthusiasm for EU people. It actually depresses me to see the EU LFGs more full, and it depresses me to see so much more activity on EU than there is NA a lot of the time for the game in general. I'm not just talking about my streams or whatever. And it like, so for example, where are we right now? Are we NA or are we EU? If I click ranked, this is EU. You see this says 2 minutes 46. There are enough people enthusiastic about playing the game semi-properly off-season in EU that you can still matchmake. This is an average queue time of 2 minutes 40 seconds. However, if you go to NA, it's like 20-minute queue times, 30 minutes. It's basically dead. You basically can't queue ranked NA at the moment. It's dead. There might be a couple of hours on North America that you can. There's never any time that it dies for EU, though. No matter when you log in. If it's 3 in the morning, if it's 9 at night, if it's 3 in the afternoon, if it's right now 9 in the morning, it doesn't matter. You can queue. That makes me sad. It makes me sad that EU's just got that going. I don't know why that is, but you know, I don't actually take it as a. It's not like I'm judging Americans as, oh, they can't follow instructions, lol. I'm sure people in chat have gone that way with it, but you know, it's just how it goes, it seems. I'll try to max out my tolerance slider. All right, here we go. So, skimmer pups. Let's do it. Let's grab these. And because, by God, I'm shit at following instructions myself, for what it's worth, you know. I feel increasingly ditzy as the years go by. So we got 3 of these. We still have our buy orders in, and it's just a matter of waiting now, I think, honestly. And we'll see what comes up. Let me go to tonics and box, because I did want to showcase everything. So this is our new tonic. You guys ready? It makes a casino coin. You know what I see when I see this? Good roleplay opportunity. To sit next to the Kadim thingy. WP is the plonker. I'm the plonker that didn't tell the server. Can you invite me to EU guild? You're still a plonker. I told you to tell me your account name so I know who to kick in the other guild. Because once you log off of this character, it's gone. You're still a plonker. Do it again. Do it again. Oh, it closes. Ooh. Oh, you can stow your weapons to open close the box. That's cool. Look at how good this is. Oh, look at them. I love them being... Oh, no, the gold went away. I love them being intelligent about, like, what they can do with the engine. And just the player controls. That's awesome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another stream. Today, we're going to be talking about how to get gold in Guild Wars 2. This is a video I'm making because I'm really passionate about the subject. Oh, wait, no, I just like easy viewership. Easy viewership. As easy as the gold that will soon be lining your pockets. Today, I'm going to talk about how to invest on the trading point. Oh, whatever, I don't. All right. Okay, so, what was the next goal for us? We could do some races. Wait. I know what the next goal is. Of course, it's the Sky Scale. Who I can now feed for my last time. So, let's go do that. It's like an animatronic Disney ride. If I wrote the script. I'm sure if I did an... What would my animatronic Disney ride be? Do you know what it would be? It would be some really, like, sickeningly, sweetly, caramel, happy, like, magical forest. That's what it would be. It would be like one of those super beautiful, bright sunshine, magic forests with, like, happy little dancing mushrooms and swaying trees singing songs. I crave that like... that aesthetic right now. I really keep daydreaming about the idea of like a really happy like. So that's what it would be, and it would be like. Could I make it one of those boat rides? Could we be on a boat ride? It would either be that, or it would be a real world version of the Futurama Moon song. You know, where they go to the theme park on the moon and they talk about the whalers on the moon. I just want that to exist in the real world. So yeah. All right. Sky Scale's ravenous and feeling content. I guess I local record this as well. Because this is the big moment, everybody. Alright, I think the plonker's back. There you go. Brilliant. Oh, you don't have to kick me, I left. Oh, damn. Well, I kind of feel a bit embarrassed now. You're right. That would have been a much more simple solution. And, thank you. Why am I so reluctant to put the initiative on someone else like that? Anyway, thank you. You did me a solid there. Thank you. Okay, so, yeah, I don't know. Did I show you guys the whistle? We did. We did the whistle and everything. All right, so we just got to feed it, I think. Keep feeding your Sky Scale and she will grow. All right, this is it. The time gate is over. Sky Scale care completed. Do I just have to come back now? This feels a bit awkward. Oh. Can't talk now, Goric.
Best.
Let's try that again. Wait, what? Gorik, you broke, buddy. Here we go. Let's go back. Here we go.
She's gotten bigger, hasn't she? Even absent the accelerated maturation, Skyscales certainly do grow up fast.
All right. Yeah, I'll say. I'd venture that she'd be ready to leave the nest soon. No sense waiting around, though. Go handle your affairs. I'll watch her and be in touch when she's ready. Oh, really? All right. Well, there you go. So, yeah, we do have to come back later. That feels like a pretty awkward moment. That one little bit, if they had been a little bit smarter, I think they probably could have eliminated this bit here. This is definite. You know, people have a slew of reasons not to like time gates, which are fairly valid, right? Obviously already. But beyond that, there's just a certain sense of flow that this feels awkward with. This one shouldn't have existed, probably. That's a pretty rubbish one. I mean, maybe if I had saved all my toys and everything to muck out the nest and stuff till right this second. But the thing is, who's going to do that? Most people will have it on the first feeding frenzy or the second feeding frenzy, probably. Hey, Mad Minds. It's good to see you, man. Alright, let's drop this off here. Okay, well, so Skyscale continued tomorrow. Which leaves us free as birds to have a little bit of a look around. So what I think I'll do is a race selection. I know that it's not necessarily the most interesting thing to watch because we've done it so many times. But it is one of those long-term things that's, you know, kind of defines what Master's all about, all right? You got to keep going with it. So I did get a full selection of medallions yesterday, just so that you guys know. So we're up to 50. Oh, wait. Yeah, I got them, but I didn't open the chests yet. That was what I did. And you'll see I actually got 4 golds yesterday. I got the gold Brisbane. I got gold everything. I think I forgot to run the course in Snowdon, though. Yeah, I definitely forgot to run the course in Snowdon. So I kind of messed up a little bit on that. But, yeah. Frazzer, by the way, every day is doing this with me. Frazzer, are you a stream watcher? Because this guy, every day is there daily. I think Garfried is as well. There's some people that just fucking love these, and they just do them constantly. So, I'm not going to go too hardcore on this. If I miss the golds, then I miss the golds. I really took some advice, though, someone gave me in chat the other day, which is that I don't boost enough. They were saying it specifically with the Brisbane course, but I've kind of just tried to get into my head to just boost as fast as possible, as instantly as possible, every single time I possibly can. And the result has been... Did we soar over that? We did. The result is that you can't... I think that they actually are... And this is a revelation to me. But I think they actually are designed... You boost, auto boost everywhere. You just boost. But the game is to get the boost as fast as possible. Because if it's slightly off... Like there, I did my second boost a lot quicker. Which means we'll recharge for the third boost before the sharp turn. And, like, that's the big thing with this. Like, that's why it's so important to get the boost as soon as it's possible. A lot of the time. The only exception I think I know about is that Gendaran one where you have to hit the rock. Oh, no. I think that one's not an exception either. So there, do you see how we had a better pace to grab that time? It's because the boosts were paced out a little bit better. And the Bond of Vigor can kind of just throw you off of the course's natural rhythm. So, also here, you don't actually have to, oh, God, okay, that was awkward as all hell. Okay, this cave section's gone nasty. It's actually still a gold run, probably, though. As long as I don't mess up this bit. Which, naturally, I probably will. No, we got that. And, like, there, if you're boosting right, that bit's not as crazy as, you know, it otherwise could be. We got to drift this perfect if we want gold. It wasn't perfect, but it was pretty good. I guess getting through that isn't as binary as I thought it was. We dodged the turret there. I think this is a gold run. Boost as minimally... drift as minimally as possible there. And there you go, that's gold. It's not very good timing. That could have been a lot better, but we got gold. Also, our thing's culled out. I actually changed its dyes, so it looks really weird when it's culled out at the moment. I don't know whether that's because the dye changed. Oh, that's a weird thought. I don't know why that would be the case. But okay, let's go do DSA. Yeah, I changed his dyes. I tried to make him look like Sonic. I know, I'm very creative, aren't I? But then I didn't like him looking like Sonic, just blue. So I added another dye in, and I went with Permafrost. And I think he looks kind of interesting, I guess, now. That's all I did. Yeah, all the way over here. Ooh. It's Short Fuse Felix! So, yeah, it looks pretty nice. Anyway, hello, Famey. Alright. Let's pull this up. Get max endurance. Boost. Now, the opening of that, I tend to be a bit awkward with. Do you see how we sort of grinded along that post a little bit? It's not very good. Here, the Bond of Faith is okay. I'm not actually sure how much value it gives you, though. This is weird to not see the beetle at all. That was an okay drift. That wasn't too bad. Here, I've boosted too late, probably. No, it's okay. Like, this is one of the reasons this one's an easier course, I think. Because my boost timing might be a bit off now. Here, there's no drifting required. You can just... It's just that whole thing of, like, if you're going to do a really hard left, make sure you come at it from on the right. Right? Like there. Oh, God. We're all over the place. It's okay, though. It's okay. That looks so weird when you can't see the beetle. It's okay. Oh, no, not into that rock. We might actually still be on gold, though. Genuinely, we might still be on gold. If we don't go over this... No, that's not the one that you got to risk of going over, is it? Okay. Can possibly recare... do you know what I should have done? I should have natural boosted, and then I could have Bond of Vigored here. And we could probably could have recaptured all that clunkiness. And there was a lot of clunkiness there. This one's a bit tricky because of the boost. I think we just lost it. We just lost it hitting that post. We're going to have to do this one again, I think. Got 10 seconds to get to the finish line, and it's a bit down that road. Let's see. 5, 4. Yeah, we just lost it. Damn. It just ticked off right here. That's a shame. If I hadn't hit that post. But it's okay. It's not bad. Thanks for the sub, Alcoholic. See, look, Garfried and Frazer every day. Okay, now let's go do the Snowdemon. Now that you've had so much more practice, why don't you try the guild beetle race once again? I mean, I did say that it's an okay idea. Yeah, I guess I'll go do it. After we've done these. The reason why it's not been happening on the streams is because that's not a part of the project. I don't get anything for doing that. I don't get like a tonic or an unlock. That's pure for funsies. And we're kind of ultra lame MMO player mode on this series. Where we're basically just doing stuff for rewards and we haven't got a creative bone in our body. Which is unfortunate. I have to reset this because it always starts you facing the wrong way. But I anticipated it, so look, we get to save our stuff. So hit play. I really don't expect to get gold on this one. But you never know. No, we've lost gold there, I think. Definitely lost gold there. Definitely with this boost that I am completely out of control of. How are we still going? How are we still going? Boost is available. Could be a silver at least. Yeah, it's a silver. That was the jankiest course I've ever done on that. That was... How did we get onto that? That was still 18th best of the day. Alright, over to Gandaren. Doing things for fun. Fun isn't an achievement. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know what it says about us that most people just derive so much satisfaction from just like being told what an accomplishment is and then going to get it, right? Like that the other accomplishments are somehow unworthy. I wonder if that's a result of like schooling and sort of how it sort of trains you to just jump through hoops, you know? And that's what school is. That's what academia tends to be. It's just established parameters, and hey, you need to go through this, and if you get through this hoop, then here, I'm going to give you a pat on the back and make you feel happy and tell you you've got the high grade. And then, you know, here's the next established parameter. It's not... You know, I feel like I'm saying one of those kind of, like, like hippie philosophy, like, oh, man, you're limited thinking. You got to think outside the box, blah, 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 blah. I mean, obviously, there's a very good reason why we structure things the way that we do. But I wonder if that affects the way we play video games, is what I'm really trying to get at. And why people are just looking for the game's direction all the time. In a way, I have immense respect for role players, you know, because these are people who put their own imagination and their own ability to improvise and their own current mental state above everything else, you know. They don't give a shit about anyone else's idea of where the fun is or what their goal should be. It's what exists in their mind for that moment and the memories they get from that moment, and that's it. They don't need that further validation. I think there's something really empowering and independent and kind of cool about that, honestly. Meanwhile, most average people will just sit there saying, oh, it's pointless. What's the point? What's the point? And that's probably the most irritating thing you can say about any part of MMO design, right? Games in general, I guess, right? But I mean, that's the great riposte to that. What's the point in playing the game in the first place, you know? There is no point. We got gold there. The point is your own fun. And however you get it is however you get it. Okay, so... By the way, that is the exact same logic for cheating as well. When... I remember growing up, you used to get these little cheat books. And I remember my mum, who doesn't play games or doesn't understand games in any way, she'd always say, what's the point in playing if you're just going to cheat? What's the point? It doesn't matter. If you're getting joy out of the cheat, if you're getting the joy out of beating it in its intended way, if you're getting enjoyment out of the exploit or whatever, you know, for today's parallel, asking what the point, it might genuinely suck to use cheats and they might undermine the experience and so on. And I'm all for making discussions about how people undermine their own experience, believe me. But asking what's the point is a pretty pathetic thing to say. All right. So, I think the first one's here. My potato's on fire. He's not on fire. He's having a fag. That's all he's doing. Oh, play. Shh. Somehow I knew I missed that. I think that the window on this one is a lot tighter. So, we have to... And it's not even important to try and min-max it. Is there even a leaderboard on this one? I don't know, honestly. So, let's go this way. And quickly, so we don't lose all of this. Cheating some RTS games is sometimes pure fun. Yeah, I never really got into it, but I remember when I was younger, people being really into cheating in like the Age of Empires games and stuff, because their cheats just like... They let you create mythical creatures and stuff. Don't City Sim games often let you do that as well? Like, you could summon Godzilla with a cheat to destroy your creation and stuff. I mean, clearly, you know, there's a value in that. Cheats aren't just... But, I mean, even when we narrow ourselves to just the realm of cheats that are there to bypass gameplay, you know. Like, the skip... Like, for example, I'm a massive fan of classic Tomb Raider, okay? Gen 1 Tomb Raider stuff. I'm all about it. I've got incredible nostalgia for it. I know a shit ton about those games as well for the amount of speedrun stuff that I've been watching recently. Well, not recently, I guess past 2 years. 2.5 years even. That's a fucking scary thought because, you know, to me that's a new thing that I've been interested in. Anyway, like literally, I saw there's a guy who posts sometimes YouTube videos of his runs. And I watched one of his streams, one of his YouTube videos, because he doesn't post much recently. And it's a 2-year-old video, and I saw I was there live in that Twitch chat. And it's a 2-year-old video already. And I'm live in that chat. That's scary. Anyway, I love those games. But if I actually rewind the clock to when I was younger, and I was building that nostalgia, I was laying those foundations, I was playing that stuff for the first time, I would relentlessly use the skip level cheat. Like, most levels, I couldn't even figure out how to beat initially. I was just too young for it. I'm just not good enough at the game. So, you know, I would relentlessly do the skip level. Always. You know, one of my more powerful memories, this is horrible and probably not good. Let's reset it. I thought I was going slow enough that we could take that turn really comfortably, but whatever. We just hit some barriers. I relied on those cheats enough that I'm pretty sure in Tomb Raider 2, they turned the skip level cheat into the exploding Lara cheat. So if you tried to skip level in the sequel, she'd just blow up. And there was a skip level in the sequel. This again is rubbish. I'm getting that boost really slowly and I don't know why. And I should be boosting out of this. The boost is like off at the moment. I'm not sure what it is. I'm going to do this again. This is really weirding me out. Why is this? Is it just because when I talk on stream, I'm just really slow about pressing the buttons? So look, first boost. Let's not Bond of Vigor and see what happens. Does that line it up better? Oh, we almost went over that. Yeah, I think if we don't Bond of Vigor, it's still too late. I did press the button. It felt like it didn't register. Let's do it again. Yeah, anyway, I remember exploding Lara. There you go. Anecdote over. Okay. I am going to Bond of Vigor here. That was rubbish. This is rubbish. This is awful. Hold on. Is it because I'm trying to squeeze a third one in? Right, no Bond of Vigor, so just go. Okay. So you got the first boost. And you want to clip this, but stay on the left. Hug the floor as much as possible. Miss the crates. There you go. Got some nice speed. And now you're supposed to... Maybe you can only boost right here. Drift around that. And I feel like you should be boosting down here. I might be wrong. Maybe not. You do want traction the whole way through that. Do this. Boost. Grab the bubble. Instant boost again. See, I don't like boosting there because you end up a little bit airborne every now and then.
Be careful if you're headed west.
I love that NPC on this course, by the way. That NPC is so cool. Here, we should have had a lot more speed. I think that boost should have come back already. Maybe because I missed a trick or two. Like, literally, I mean, using tricks to reset the endurance a little bit more. I know Bond of Vigor's here, and I could have used that this entire time. That was awful. That was just pressing the wrong goddamn hotkey. We don't have much speed here. This is also such a good bit of the course. And here you should be going up really fast. We've missed gold. This is not gold. We've had 2 sections where we've been going slow because we slightly clipped the side of a wall or something. Again, I was trying to boost a lot earlier than it registered there. I think what it basically is if you press the button too early on this and you're holding the space bar, you're holding the boost button down. It doesn't constantly pole it. It doesn't go, it's not like it's spamming it. You have to let go and then re-press the whole thing to get it to register again. And I think that, for that reason, if you're slightly early, you can end up screwing yourself out of a good proportion of the chunk of the boost because you're holding it expecting the acceleration and it takes a second to register that the acceleration hasn't actually triggered yet. Yeah, this is rubbish. This is... all of this feels slow to me. Really slow. Just not smooth. That was awful as well. I hope you guys saw that we were trying to like clip over the small bit of the branch. That was really bad. That was obviously the nail in the coffin right there. So is this. What is going on? Really? Honestly, it's like I'm a different person. Yesterday, honestly, I had this so smooth. I had this so smooth yesterday. Now it's just all over the place. I wonder if there's a chance latency affects certain things on this. Anyway, there you go. There's silver. It was rubbish. It was 25th of the day. I'd love to get a second bar above the boost bar. Think of kind of like the Sky Scale, but with the roller beetle, it's showing the speed you're going at. Thoughts? Well, actually, there's a Taco add-on. I think it's Taco. No, or it's not Taco. It's that other one. There's a, like, insanely OP Taco thing. I can't remember what it's called. What's it called, guys, in chat? Someone can tell me that someone's got in development. It looks mental. Anyway, that's got a speedometer on it. That's the kind of impressive stuff I would love to be able to code, you know. That stuff's so cool. Alright, that's the lot. That's all of them. So let's have a look here and see what we've got in terms of medallions. So 9 bronze. 9 silver. the time trials, and then 6 golds. So we had, what, 49, I think, before, and now... Ooh, wrong bender. Now we're at 129. So tomorrow we'll be back up into the threshold for the mini, the goggles, the helmet. But of course we do have to keep pushing it. We have to go double for the Choya tonic. I'm not going to spend too long looking at the screen because it's going to be depressing. It's a lot of racing coming our way. Alright, the next thing that we probably could do that would be really nice for Master is to pick up something that we were in the middle of on a previous stream but never quite concluded. And that would be to get the torch. So, let's go... Do I have a Necro anywhere? I mean, this is actually a POF Scourge. I think he's set up for POF. Let's have a look. And you guys like the Fashion Wars here. What on earth? I didn't even hear an overlay there. Anonymous? Is this what it's just like to be a regular... I can't let myself think that. Anonymous. Hey WP, finally finished my university exams and felt like helping out my favourite YouTuber / streamer. Hope you get through this rough patch. Dude, thank you, Anonymous. That's so nice of you. Anonymous donated $50. You should really put your name on it, though, and you should really ask a question or something. Thank you, man. What on earth? I'll tell you what, it is helping, for sure. Oh, my God. Thank you. Alcoholic Gaming with the sub earlier as well. And Eliel's, I think I already said all that stuff. But Anonymous, that's really awesome. Thank you. Okay, so let's see what my gear is here. I don't know what to say. Can you ask me a question or something so I can sort of give you some value? Endless Mystery Quagan. Why is that just there? So she's got Power Precision Condi stuff. Power Precision Condi stuff. But no trinkets. Why is she missing 2 trinkets? Must have cannibalized these from something else. Am I stabilized? Well, I don't know. I mean, this month definitely... It's like Patreon's come back for this month, basically. But, I mean, it's a weird thing, because Patreon was a stable thing. Patreon was like, okay, I actually know that I've got this money and I can anticipate stuff. But a donation, I don't know how to treat that. We haven't even been doing this a month yet, so I don't really know. What, will it be the same next month? Will it the next? I'm not going to feel stable. I'm not going to know. And I don't... It's going to be really weird. But it is kind of like for this month, I didn't fuck myself over with the Let's Play. So that's nice, you know. That's pretty good. I guess I can equip Aurora. Aurora always looked good on this character. And then... I mean, there's 2 of them here. But these are Vipers, not Sinisters. What was my Sinister? Set. These are just classic dungeon ones. I don't know, maybe I should buy a new trinket. Because I don't know how to just pull one of these. You know, that's going to be weird. Mind you, look, all of her stuff's crap. Okay, hold on. She's got no good trinkets. So let's just delete all these.
You must visit more often.
And we'll just replace them, right? We'll just replace them. I do like the Lagos stuff. I wish it looked better on this set. So there's a branded back piece here that I could maybe stat select. There's more Raiders armor there. So this is the Vipers half. Okay, we'll go Sinister's Vipers split, I guess.
The spirits of the wild welcome you.
Which is okay. And I guess we'll just sub one of these for Aurora, which means we will have an awkward accessory just sitting around, but it's not too bad. Okay. So we'll play some Condi Scourge in PvE, which is not very it's not very good. It's not very, you know, useful, but we can try it out. There's Fashion Wars are back up. And there you go. Alright, so we're going to go collections, specialization collections, guide for the lost, select map comp, a map. So let's go to Keeper Pamir. I kind of like starting by going to Keeper Pamir. I don't know where I'll be when I leave. Crystal Oasis. Best looking tune of all my tunes, do you think? I do think she looks really good. Setting this up inspired me to actually play. I mean, the lighting looks kind of weird actually in this map now. And of course, we've spawned right next to a Hydra, and I don't know what's going on with my utilities right now. This will be the result. At least we have Plague Lands on. Oh my god, the CC chain. Can you please stop? At least we have oh my god. I literally can't cast a spell. We're going to die. We're going to insta-die to a Hydra. Let me worm back there. We Z-axised him there. Get a little bit of barrier. There's no break bar to trigger on the 5, so we can just knock him down instantly. He walked straight out of the Plague Lands to attack the worm that I summoned. It's okay, because we got some life force now. So he's on his shade. This is clearly not a Condi trait setup. Or maybe it is? I don't think it is, though. We are on Sadistic Searing, at least. That's one thing. So let me just blow those up. Because they're aggroed on the heads. Okay, good. Now we can leave. Why was I in a pit next to a Hydra on an awful build? You guys tell me. Let's have a look now. Oh, it is a Condi. We are on Condi. We have Doomfire. We have Parasitic Contagion, which I actually think is pretty good for open worlds. Especially if you've slotted Epi on. I'm on Terror, which is pretty good for open world as well. This is not very good for open world. I know it's good in raids where you can get the rotation-oriented transferal of the bleeds on, you know, or the torment from Blood is Power and stuff like that, but I don't think it's very good in open world. This is probably good in open world. We just need more Shroud. Unblockable Marks and Life Force. It's okay in open world. Fear of Death plus Terror combo. It's okay. It's just the utilities are balked. We don't even have all the utilities unlocked on her. Should I run Spectral Ring in open world? And what else is good? Possibly Spectral Walk. Swiftness, Condi Cleanse for leaving combat. And I think probably Demonic Law. Probably Sadistic Searing. Probably all the middle line, which is just as good because the bottom utility line I don't actually have unlocked, it seems, on her. So she's got 30% on the Oasis, 31% on the Riverlands, and she's not been south enough for these other places. What's she got on the Highlands? 29%. She's got like a splattering. Splattering? A spattering. Spectral Grasp is pretty good just for life force. Actually, that's a really good point. Yeah, Spectral. Let's go Grasp. Even though I have Fear of Death, let's go Grasp. And then, do I really want Scepter? I mean, this is such a nice Grandmaster for PvE, but then you lose. I think we have enough AoE. With Epi, I think we have enough AoE. We don't want Consume because that puts Vuln on you, holds you in combat, so we definitely don't want that. Healing Seed's pretty OP though. Look at that. 6,500 heal. That thing's crazy. And yeah, longer cooldown, but a lot of the time with the way that the game flows now, that's not really a relevance. You just kind of burst it out. So I did have mounts set up, like here for example. She actually, this is the Fashion Wars is deliberate here. I set up the mount so that it looked like an extension of her character, you know. It's like we're the phase 2 version of the final boss here on this Scourge character, right? Like she phases and she gets on a mount. And now she's like, you will never pass. And then you got to go back into your fight. So, yeah, that's the idea. I can't do a phase 3 yet because I don't have the sky scale. But once I have that, we'll have a really big blue sort of frilly looking Largosi sky scale. So yeah, we are going for Guide for the Lost, just so that everyone knows, and we'll look at the Vabby stuff, right? Safely escort a funeral procession to the necropolis. We've got the Embalmer from the heart there. We've got the coin that we can do there. We'll pass through Torment's Watch en route, and we can grab that. There is a thing with the Salt Flats, and that's to go through the to the special palace in the sky. We can do that on today's stream as well. Mount Fashion Wars in tone with your character's appearances, advanced Barbie stuff. I'm so proud of you, WP. I love your use of the word Barbie there. Let's not butter this up. When I saw your comment there, Ailes, I saw that I'm proud of you bit, and I was like, oh, why are you proud of me? Don't be proud of me. This is, like, irrelevant. Who cares? All right? Don't be proud of this. It's not the kind of... You should be proud of accomplishments, all right? And to be proud of someone's fashion wars is to suggest you think that good fashion wars is an accomplishment. And it's not an accomplishment, because I'm not good at it, so it's not an accomplishment. That's all that ran through my head, and then I realized, no, you used the word Barbie, so you were derisive yourself, so therefore it was all okay. Master is a project to unlock absolutely everything. That's it. Yeah, you got a good answer there in chat. Speaking of long-term projects in the game, should you jump on adventures maybe sometime soon? If you play Keg Brawl on soon, there's opportunity for farming assists. Ah, now, you've just raised a whole world there, Rod. Very good point. Keg Brawl. Keg Brawl, Keg Brawl, Keg Brawl. That's a hell of an adventure right there. That's another one of those really long-term ones. That's a big pie to bite into. And yeah, maybe we can find some achievement hunters. What's going on with these subs? Crazy Fool, thank you very much. Oh, people are getting gifted subs. Oh, look at this. Coraluna has gifted 5 subs. Dude, Coraluna, thank you so much. Congratulations and good luck to you guys who got one there. That's 5 subs from Coraluna. That like never happens. Thank you. We had someone once who did a whole huge bulk of subs. That's really badass. Thank you very much. Is your Guild Wars 2 Hook guide updated? Yeah, Hook hasn't really been updated much. Grenber's not been on the scene very much, so the software is as is, which I'm actually kind of happy with, to be honest. It's really tedious remaking. So we're going to bond of faith here to try and clear this gap, and it worked. Good. Hold on, though. Are we south of Torment's Watch already? No, we're not. We need to swing around on the right. Okay, that roleplay walk was not intended. I do like the Alone and Wargs, so I'll forgive it. Look at this. Yeah, that's good. That's a good Condi bomb. This is what we want from Sinister, right? Because you can just press... I just pressed 3 buttons there. This did damage, this did damage, this did damage. I mean, I summoned as well. I guess I even grasped him dead. Anyway, you know, you can... That's what Sinister's for. You don't want to wait for the full effectiveness of a Viper's set and expertise loaded. That's kind of the philosophy I'm trying to operate under with the Weaver Condi build as well. Yeah, so let's just follow this along. So is the stream stuttering? I have dropped 1,000 frames across the entire stream, which isn't much considering we've been going for well over an hour, and I'm pushing 30 to you every second. So maybe it just started dropping some, but I can't imagine why. It doesn't look like it's doing anything recently. Most streams we don't drop any, so it could very much be true that... Oh, you know what? If it's stuttering, we might actually... We're getting to crash territory now as well. So, I just want to be blunt with people. Today's a little bit more of a relaxed one. And what you'll probably find is when the DC happens today, well, I'll probably leave it again because doing all these part 1, part 2s. So people watching the Wooden Potatoes 2 VOD, if there's a random, sudden, horrible, unprofessional cut off, that's gonna be the end of the stream. And in the next 5 minutes or so, we really are in bug territory. We really are gonna get into a point where the crashes might start. And don't worry, guys, we are making effort into fixing it. I woke up today and saw I had a bunch of messages from Cho. I showed him a crash log, and we think we've got an idea for how we might be able to fix it. It essentially is going to mean unloading all the browser sources, and there won't be any auto switching. It's going to be a bit lamer to look at visually, but it should hopefully fix the crashes. So we have an idea, well, he has an idea, but I can't implement it just yet. I'm waiting for him to send me a JSON, I think. I haven't even typed to him just yet. So, you know, hang in there. But yeah, the crash could be coming. Is Condi Weaver or Power Weaver better for open world? It's a good question. I think your instinct is going to be to say Power. But, I actually think Condi might be. In terms of, like, so, like, the Elite bumps your Condi damage, but not power. By, like, a huge amount. There's a trait that bumps your Condi as well on attunement swap by a huge amount. While the power equivalent, you have to double attune. And just in terms of the flow of the class and stuff, unless you're absolutely comboing it with fresh air, and then you're accessing that with double airs a lot, it might be that Condi is a little bit better for open worlds. You know, like a Pyromancer's Puissance Condi sort of version. But I don't know. There's also a really cool synergy of running a dagger now for weakness uptime and the weakness crit chance trait, which Darg was talking about recently.
Does it ever get better?
I don't think it's pretty fair. So, I don't know. That said, you know, Staff on power is pretty OP, you know. But I'm just not a fan of Staff in open worlds for Ellie. Whoops, that was an awful... They moved a lot further with the Raptor than I was expecting. I'm just not a fan of, you know, slow, static, stationary kind of stuff. A lot of what you get on Staff, honestly, is CC. I mean, CC, do I really care about that much in open worlds? Well, you do to cover your ass because you're just so squishy. You just feel really vulnerable. While on Condi, I feel like you can sort of shore it out a little bit more, you know? You know, I'm not actually sure. Am I spamming the 2 in PvE? Because I don't get any corrupt. But it does repulse the Q, doesn't it? When I use my E, doesn't it... Well, hold on. Let's summon. Yeah, it does. It repulses the... Oh, I just got myself killed. I spent so long staring there at the fucking... It's fine. We can get this guy. If you just rally me... Thank you. My god, the fear went so far there. The durations on this stuff's nuts. Yeah, I shouldn't have stood in that. That was silly. I've got so much barrier available as well. So we're just cleaving these Forge down, because when we do this heart, the Keeper Pamir will sell us a thing. And then we're back on the trip to Vabi. I didn't actually mean to weapon swap there. Or walk back into his skateboard. I didn't realise that that's how his thing works. Yeah, Terror's really nice in open world because Terror is a thing that doesn't ramp very much, but hits like a truck the second you land it on someone. So you can push it really quick. Is Condi Scourge? I don't know anything about raiding meta at the moment, and I'm going to have to brush up for the... actually, do you know what I can do here? I don't have to do that. All I have to do is mute dynamic combat music, as was recommended to me recently. Is there any kind of Condi Scourge that's reasonably interesting in raiding at the moment? Is there an opportunity for that? So I'm going to heal first, so that we get the extra proc from Sadistic Searing and that really nice AoE right there. Can I Condi the walls? It looks like I might be able to. Can I Condi the walls? No, I can't. So I just had enough power damage there to just sort of ruin that. Condi Scourge is okay on Desmina. Oh, what? Just because of Epi? I don't know. That's a bit lame. Probably good for progression unless the bosses are power-based. I always feel like Condi builds in raids are really rotation-oriented. And I feel like the more rotation-oriented something is, the worse it is for progression. Because people are trying to think about fucking rote memory of patterns. And they've got to go through this arbitrary muscle memory bullshit. Rather than actually... I don't know. What's natural to me is like actually reacting to things. And using buttons in circumstances where those buttons are relevant. The idea of like trying to like play DDR rhythm game with my fingers while everything else is like completely... irrelevant and I'm just like looking for dodges and stuff is weird to me. I don't like that. I've never liked that. That feels strange. That's probably why I like PvP so much, because PvP is the complete opposite in that sense. And I feel like a lot of Condi builds are sort of this button into this, into this, into this. Make sure you're queuing as fast as possible and so on. The only thing on Condi Scourge you have to worry about is not cancelling auto attacks. You're telling me the rest is just spam out the ass? It's just spam all your cooldowns? Condi Scourge has superior DPS uptime in progression because it's 100% ranged. Yeah, actually, that's a big That's a big thing with it. People often wonder why it's so hard to unseat Firebrand Scourge in PvP, right? And one of the big... And there's a few things that people are always very quick to identify, like the corrupts and stuff. But one of the biggest things that Scourge has over a lot of the other things you might pair with a support is it's just so much quality of life on its range. Like, Scourge is just, like, doing this, running away at full speed. This is insane. Shading. Okay, and you got to make sure, any good Scourge needs to make sure his binds are set up like this. To be able to run away at full speed, dropping 3 shades and all these fucking marks as you YOLO the shit out while a Firebrand heals you. That's so powerful. You can't do that on any other DPS. You know, you can support a Rev as your DPS, but when it comes to kiting away, your counter pressure as you peel is like nothing compared to what Scourge has. Scourge is just fucking crazy for that. And I can imagine that that goes across into progression rating as well a little bit. Yeah, and it's not projectiles either. Exactly. It's not even projectiles. It's all just like instant spawning shit that just appears under people's feet. And this is one of the true strengths of Scourge. So yeah. Yeah, and that will translate to World vs. World, I'm sure, as well. Absolutely. Especially the projectile hate in World vs. World is going to be higher. If they made Manifest Sandshade be a little projectile that moves to the location as it's... Now, it's already on a delay. Let me just be clear. It's already on a delay. There's already a cast time, okay? If this cast time was eliminated, but instead it was a projectile... So, the delay on the summon was about the same, okay? There was still the same animation, the same anticipation, okay? So, you're not actually nerfing its... You know, you're not adding latency to the skill, right? It's the same latency. But if instead of a cast time, it was a projectile that moved to the area... If that was all you changed, and it was a projectile that moved to the area, immediately that would be a very significant change for Scourge. A very significant change. And it wouldn't affect, you know, it wouldn't be rooted in anything else. So here, check it out. Threat report. We only have 3 left to do. This is a threat report on angry ghosts, which the Scourge is interested in. This is such a weird part of getting the weapon. We'll get the Lost Scouts and the ecological disruption later. I'm guessing one of those is Soul Beast. Not sure which other weapons we've got. But with that done, it's time to move on to Vabi. So let's get going. Guess we'll follow this road here as best we can. Going straight through the Forge camp is probably not a good idea. Well, if it's a projectile, the cast time would be variable based on how far away you place it. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if it was a very high velocity projectile, you can minimize the impact of that. But yeah, absolutely, that is a fact. So you wouldn't really have a uniform one. The bond is really nice here, just to maintain permanent evades. Look at that. Ah, he clipped me right in that middle window. Kitty, can you stop? What is this weird How old are you? What is this weird talking about yourself in third person? Because if you're not like 25 yet, I promise you're going to look back on that and cringe so hard. Do yourself a favor. That's so weird. That is really strange. You're really weirding me out, let me just say. That is very odd. That is one of the weirdest things that I can imagine a person sincerely... Ironically doing it, fine. But sincerely talking about yourself in third person 2 days in a row. That is strange. Oh my god. Oh, we crashed. I think that's it. I don't know if you guys can hear me. You probably can't. Oh, you can hear me. Oh, we're still live. All right, but Guild Wars crashed. All right, look, that's my punishment for being mean about a person in chat. Why does it bother you so much? Is it hurting you, or does it make you uncomfortable simply because someone is different to you? Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable because someone's different to me. I'm not ashamed of that fact. It's weird and it icks me out. It's very strange. That's what makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, and we've bugged. So we've crashed out of the game. But look at that. That's like just a couple of minutes before 1.5 hours. Say your goodbyes quick. Yeah, I know. I have a little box on the screen right now that has Whoops, OBS has crashed. Would you like to copy it? And if I click a single button on that, it's going to get thrown off. It's just going to go away. So, yeah, that's going to be the end of Master today. I do want to go to Vabby and do that other stuff, but I might make a bit of progress on that off stream. You know, what I'll probably do is map completion off stream. I was really enjoying playing that Scourge there, to be honest. I'll do map completion off stream, and then we will we'll go from there. All right, guys, that's it, really. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks so much for the support today. Let me have a look here. And just call out everyone's names again, because this was so lovely of all of you. Coraluna, gifting 5 subs to different people. I hope you guys stick about later. Anonymous with a $50 tip. That's mental. Alcoholic Gaming, thank you very much for the sub. Jerry, it's good to see you. Alleels, it's good to see you. The Joker one. Yammers. Jules with the $6 earlier. Look, what a day. What a day. That's an amazing day. Thanks, guys. I hope you have a good breakfast. Go out there, enjoy yourselves, have a good productive one, and I'll see you tomorrow for more breakfast.